Okay, welcome back in. A growing number of cities are dealing with a surge in the so-called teen takeovers. After violent 4th of July weekend, some of the video right there, more than 400 people were arrested during a massive teen takeover in Newport Beach, California. After thousands gathered, blocked off streets, they went on to set off fireworks. Meanwhile, in Raleigh, North Carolina, the mayor is now considering a curfew for minors after a series of shootings, fights, and chaotic gatherings left 9 people shot. Their mayor, Janet Cowell, responded to the incident, saying this online, quote, "Teen takeovers are a disturbing national trend now in Raleigh, North Carolina. Grateful to the Raleigh police for bringing back order and protecting public. Raleigh governor and the whole community have work ahead to engage with youth to prevent future occurrences." Also, down to Pensacola, Florida, a 19-year-old man, he was killed. 6 others were injured when gunfire erupted after hundreds of teens gathered in their downtown. Now, Pensacola Police Chief Eric Winstrom, he said he met with the victim's mother, who's grieving, obviously. She's writing this. She deserves justice and she deserves answers. And we're going to do everything that we can to get those answers for her. Now, authorities say many of these gatherings are organized on social media in cities across the country. They are now looking at new ways to try and stop them before they turn violent, as we have seen so many times before. Joining me now is the Polk County, Florida Sheriff Grady Judd to talk about it. Sheriff, pleasure to have you on American Agenda. Good to see you.
Bob, it's good to be with you today.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I know you took preemptive actions to this back earlier before the summer hit to try and get out in front of this. We'll start with the juveniles before we talk about parents. You put in a curfew. Is it working? What's going on down there?
First and foremost, we have a curfew that's here year-round, and we hold kids accountable. What you're seeing today is the results when children are allowed to do what they're doing. They've not been held accountable at school. They've not been being held accountable in the community. So they just do what they want to. There's 850,000 people that live in my county. And every one of them know that if your child misbehaves and you don't take care of them, we are. And it doesn't mean giving them a slap on the wrist. It means putting them in handcuffs and taking them down to juvenile lockup, and then calling their parents down to pick them up. And depending on the circumstances, we'll charge their parents either civilly or criminally. Either you take care of your children at home, or we, the government, have the answers, and you're not going to like them. But you've got to broadcast that. You cannot use soft gloves and, oh, you know, they didn't mean it and they just need to express themselves and all that crazy talk. You need to look at the children and say, you're going to behave, or you're going to be held accountable by your parents or by us or by both.
Now, Sheriff, let me ask you, how effective has your strategy been? Because we've seen in big major blue cities, as I just laid out coming to you here, whatever they're doing there, not being effective. So talk about how effective it's been for you.
Well, it's been super effective here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we can't have a flash mob show up, but I can tell you this, that we monitor and we're engaged with in advance those that are on social media. And we get there before they do. If you let 500, 1,000, 2,000 people show up, the problem's already out of hand. You've got to be there first. You've got to hold them accountable. And you've got to make sure at that point you make the arrest before the environment gets out of hand. But you know, this is just a symptom of the bigger problem in those communities. And the bigger problem is they allow troublemakers to get away with creating trouble. And we don't. That's the difference. So this is just a manifestation this summer of a lot of kids with a lot of time on their hand during the nighttime. And hey, we're allowed to do this anyway. Well, if you would hold people, and especially children, accountable, and hold their parents accountable, not just now, not just when the flash mob shows up, but if you would do that day in and day out, you wouldn't have that problem.
Seems like common sense, Sheriff. And like you said, there are consequences for doing stuff like what we're showing on the screen right now. Sheriff Grady Judd, sir, one of the more colorful sheriffs in all of the United States. It's a pleasure to have you on American Agenda. Thanks for coming on. Stop back soon.
Look forward to seeing you soon, Bob. Take care. Have a good day.
Okay, Sheriff, thank you. All right, Katrina.